Good evening. Welcome to a slightly later than normal knee-jerk stream on a Sunday because Man United and Everton was on at 7 o'clock. That game's finished. We've still got one more game to go this week, which is obviously Nottingham Forest versus Villa tomorrow, which I've got super high hopes for Nico Williams to see if one of my defenders that's not Cancelo can actually do well. Andreas Pereira, third bench, not looking good. Who knows if Nico Williams will even play, but look, I could have gone for Gay instead, so at least I got some kind of hope for tomorrow. Yeah, 0-0 would be good for me. Salah, brilliant. I can't wait to talk more. I can't wait to talk more about Mo Salah and explain how or why, sorry, that I'm not selling him this week. I don't think I'm going to be. I think Trent could be out. Klopp said it doesn't look good, so he's going to be my first port of call, really. I don't think I need the money from Salah. And one thing, so the funny thing is, I know everyone's, again, super anti-Liverpool right now, which is fair enough. But I actually think I'm going to look at seeing if I can bring Nunez in. If Trent's injured and Mitrovic isn't back, which is not guaranteed, then I think I can get Nunez in. So I think I can do Trent to Trippier. Well, the Trippier might go up in price again. That gives me 2.9 million. And I'd have 9.7 to spend on Mitrovic's replacement. So if Mitrovic and Trent are out, I may just go Trippier and Nunez. Let's see what happens. Salah's now outscored. Solanke, sorry, has outscored everyone this week. 8-pointer. Happy days. Surely Martial Rashford is a better option than Nunez. I mean, Martial's literally injured. And Rashford's a midfielder rather than a forward. So, not necessarily. I think Nunez, obviously, it's hard to know whether Liverpool are going to stick to this formation, but I think Nunez looked pretty good against both Rangers and Arsenal today in terms of chances. Your green screen is blurry. I don't look blurry at all, my end. So maybe... Oh, hang on. Sorry, I know one thing I forgot to do. The deadline thing, is it? The deadline thing's messed up. Well, I think Nunez just got better minutes than both Firmino and Jota right now. That's all. All right, let me get rid of that. Let me just update this. But the thing is, I don't even know if they're going to stick to this formation. That's kind of the problem. Oh, I don't like the idea of doing Trent to Trippier this week, but I think I might have to do it. Pulled my hair out owning Salah, not pulling out more by owning Nunez. Yeah, but if Mitrovic is injured, who would you bring in? Let's say Mitrovic is out. Let's say he's going to be out for at least 2 more games. But we're probably not going to know that. But let's say he is. What forward would you bring in? Don't say Harry Kane, because he's way more money. Wilson, yeah, could be okay. Man United away. Welbeck, nah. I'm bringing Vinicius. Aubameyang didn't start today, this weekend. Jesus blanking soon. Do you really think Nunez is that bad? Like, I don't get it. Like, and this is the thing for me. Again, Liverpool not really getting the results, but they're still scoring goals. Scamacca is a good shout. Got 80 minutes as well today. Solanke already in. The absolute legend. With his 8 points. Let me just change this. Okay, yeah. Salah's finished. There you go. I'm happy. He was really bad today. Really bad. I don't even think he had a shot. I just was not in the box at all. I'm not gonna come on. I'm not gonna bring in Jesus before a blank. Surely. It's not. They're playing Leeds, right? They might score some goals in that game, but then they got a blank. That's surely not a serious suggestion, is it? Yeah, Bowen's a good option. But I just don't think I would sell Salah for Bowen. Like my yeah, they might go down in price again. I am going to hemorrhage money on these two, I think. Let me see. Nah, they're probably not going to go down tonight. I don't think Klopp's going to drop Salah. I really don't think so, but he was bad. Maybe he was sending him a message today, like, you know, buck up your ideas. I don't think this 4-4-2 helps him, though. He's coming deep to collect the ball. Like, Tomiyasu just had him in his pocket today. He either dropped deep to collect the ball, or when he tried to attack, Tomiyasu just had him every single time. I'm not going to... Really, I really don't think... This is where I think it's much easier to suggest for someone else's team than your own. If this was your team, I really doubt you would do Salah to Foden this week. I really doubt you would do that. Liverpool away, to be fair, they're not playing well. Although they might even be defensively better with Trent out, because Gomez is better defensively. And then a blank. I mean, Salah to Foden, it just makes no sense. In my opinion, Salah was rubbish. Like, I'm not sitting there trying to tell you he was amazing that you should buy him. He was rubbish, but I still don't think he's my priority transfer out right now. Yeah, Salah to Kane's not a bad shout. Salah to Kane could happen, but if Trent's injured, I need to deal with him first. Surely, like if Trent's injured, why would I sell Salah first? I think the one thing to kind of remember is, like, Salah's bad, yeah. Not worth 12.7 million, yeah. I've been saying this for... I've been kind of saying this for weeks, like, if you're not going to captain him, etc. But he's not really stopping me from having other players. Yeah, okay, of course, I would have had Bowen if I knew this was going to happen over the last 2 weeks, but it's too late now. Like, that's happened. He's not really stopping me from having anyone else because there's so much money to go around. I'm not going to get a Man City or Arsenal player in this week. Like Arsenal, possibly just because they've got Leeds away, but then there are transfers straight away. It's just too many transfers. I feel like I'm a little bit stuck with this team. I'm stuck with Salah. I think I don't think I can get rid of him because if Trent's injured, that's an easy sell, right? Especially for the next few weeks. Yeah, I don't know if I just don't explain these things properly or people just ignoring what I'm saying. Like, are you telling me Salah to De Bruyne? Like, De Bruyne has done better, yes. Obviously, he's done better. Like, he's higher up in points. Anyone that's had De Bruyne instead of Salah, happy days, right? You're ahead of me, etc. But surely the transfer this week is not Salah to De Bruyne. That's kind of the point I'm trying to make. Free hit in game week 12. Nah, I don't think it's worth. I don't think it's worth bringing in Man City and Arsenal, extra Man City and Arsenal players just to then use the free hit. Yeah, I said that last week. I literally said that for game week 10. If you're going to sell Liverpool players, you should have done it before Arsenal, really. As soon as I see someone say I'm just being stubborn, I know that's a person that I should definitely ignore. So, I don't even know how many more times I can say it. People in the chat are talking nonsense. If Trent and Mitrovic are injured and they think that Salah is the priority transfer out, it's absolute nonsense. It's just nonsense. There's no way people would do that with their own team. Am I the only one thinking Jesus was unconscious today but carried on playing? I'm not sure. It did look pretty bad. Start setting up for the blank game week 12. Yeah, that's the whole point, isn't it? That's what we're all doing, right? Should we worry about Potter roulette? Yeah, maybe a little bit. I don't know if Mitrovic will definitely be back, to be honest. I think, like, one thing to remember is they got a lot of games because of the midweek in 12. So hopefully he's back for this. They don't play till Thursday though, which I suppose is a good thing. But then they play again on Sunday. So if he's not back for this one and he is back for Villa, there's no guarantee he also plays Leeds. So a lot's going to depend on how fit he is. Forget the points. You regret wildcarding in over Trent or Salah. Yeah, I regret not having all the players that have scored points. John, right. If two players are injured, why would I sell Salah first? Please tell me why that I would do that. I'm not saying that Trent and Mitrovic will definitely be injured, but please tell me how Salah is the priority. Pottery, lottery. Trent needs to play in a 3-4-3 to give him cover so he can go forward. Yeah, not great again today, to be honest. Yeah, I'm not too worried about James. I think he'll start most games going forward. Why are we calling it Potter Roulette and not Potluck? Mitrovic for Bamford. I think there's a lot of forwards that are just a bit worried about fitness. All the Salah talk killing the streams. I know, but that's all people want to talk about. Over and over and over and over and over again, it seems. Do you wish you had Kane? Again, I wish I had all the players that had just scored points. I mean, Kane would be good this week for Everton at home, for sure. It wouldn't surprise me if Bamford was limping, honestly. He's had such bad luck recently with injuries and stuff and his fitness and whatever. Trent will be an option again under Tuchel playing as right wing back. I mean, I'm more worried about keeping Salah, and then Trent and Diaz might be injured. That's bad for Liverpool. It's really bad for Liverpool. Like, Trent's one of their most creative players. Martial injury news. We're gonna have to wait and see. The thing is, there was reports that he got injured in the warm up, and then a few minutes later, it was like he's still gonna start, and then he obviously comes off around the 28th minute. So I don't know. It's too risky for me. And plus, you've just missed one of the good games for him as well. They got Chelsea and Spurs coming up. Saka penalties confirmed. Yeah, I think so. We all kind of thought it was Saka anyway. I think today confirmed it because Jesus won it, didn't he? He could have scored his freaking penalty for England. That would have been good. Ward is also a bad goalkeeper. He is, but who else is getting clean sheets? You know, Pope. Like, I honestly, I find the Ward stuff hilarious. Right, he gets one clean sheet. Everyone wants to like buy him and start him. Now he hasn't got a clean sheet. He's back to being rubbish again. I think with like players like Kane with their knock, there's Champions League games midweek, so you'll find out then. You know, if they play, obviously, not then an issue. Who would have thought Kepa was the play? Yeah, possibly. I think it was the right call not to go for him, though. There was no guarantee he was going to start. I'm definitely not changing goalkeepers just yet. My goalkeeper nearly scored 3 times. Do you have Pickford? Like at the end of that game, I was thinking to myself, when a goalkeeper comes up, why does the goalkeeper always seem to get on the end of the chances? Why are they so good in the air from corners? Yeah, Trippier, no clean sheet but bonus. That guy, that is one regret for me, is not having him. It's like I said on the deadline stream, if I could have had him on the bench, and I would have played him ahead of Mitrovic this week. Another 7-point without a clean sheet. Like, he's absolutely killing me. So I think I'm probably going to do Trent to Trippier. I think that will be the move. It's not ideal with Man United away, but I think it's a good setup for the future. So that will probably be my move. And I'll probably just roll into game week 12, I think. Depends on what happens with Mitrovic, really. Is Pickford that tall? Yeah, no one marks him, I guess. But no one's really marked. What about, like, most teams are zonal marking anyway, right? Yeah, true. I guess they're more free. Pickford had more chances than Mopé. Bidding for Bournemouth looks a decent option. Oh, man. I was raging when I saw that Billing scored. I called it, didn't I? I said Ward will lose his clean sheet and Solanke won't score it. It'll be Billing or someone else. Billing scores. I was raging. I realised Solanke got an assist. They got another assist. I was happy. Pickford has more chance than Salah. Yeah, I mean, everyone had. I mean, Casemiro looked more attacking than Salah today. Silver didn't say Mitch. Well, he said we hope. He didn't say be fine. He said we hope. We hope. It's not guaranteed. Madison regret. The guy literally got like 18 or 19 points last week. Yeah, I think Solanke's a perfectly fine pick. Like, he's 5.7 million. Not really expecting a huge amount from him. He's got 2 returns now, so I'm pretty happy with that. You could take out Trent for a minimum defender and upgrade Andreas to an £8 million midfielder. Yeah, possibly, but I don't think that works really, because that defender has to play in game week 12, and the only £8 million midfielders I want would be Foden and Saka, and they both blank in game week 12, so it's just probably not worth it. What's this? Like a stain. Solanke to more pay? Probably not. Yeah, Arsenal and Man City are the priority, but not until they finish their blank. So away from me. From game week 13, I'm on it. It obviously hasn't gone well, ignoring them. It hasn't gone well at all, but it's too late now. Can't go back. I'm not alone. Oh, sorry. Dylan, too bad about Salah. Would have loved the points. Transferred out Trent for Cancelo last minute. Wow, what a transfer. 18-point swing. Was aiming for a top 100k, but only got to 138k. I mean, that's pretty decent. I'm wearing a cap because I've just been super lazy today. Hungover, you know. What to do with Trent? I have Trippier and James. Yeah, I mean, that's pretty tough. You got Trippier and James. I mean, you don't really want to buy Cancelo this week. I don't even... Maybe Dunk or Webster. Brentford away, then Nottingham Forest at home. Do you know what's really annoying? I really thought Liverpool were going to get a penalty for that handball from Gabriel. Just where he handballed it, I thought, that's it. That's going to be a penalty. I mean, Salah might have missed it, but... I think most people seem to think it should have been a penalty. Oh, that would have been so handy. Yeah, Rashford. Look, apparently the rules are that if the person that scores the goal is the one that handballs and it leads directly to a goal, then it's handball. Fair enough, but Antonio did exactly the same thing, right? So he might have missed it. Well, to be fair, he did literally score a penalty midweek against Rangers. Yeah, Andrea. Maybe I don't know. Maybe I overthought the Andreas thing, but it is what it is. It is what it is. I needed one transfer and no sign of Chilwell. Any word on him? He's just not nailed. It's kind of what I said last week. If you want to know why I'm keeping Salah, just go back to the start of the stream. Like, I've got probable injured players. Doodle-doo-doo. The annoying thing is Salah owners are in a peculiar position right now. Even though we can't stand the guy, we have to keep him. The best time to sell him was before Arsenal. We missed that. Yeah, I know people can never seem to understand this, but like, there can be two separate things. One, it can be a mistake for the decision you already made, which it was. Obviously, it would have been better to have Kane or De Bruyne instead of Salah. But then the second thing is, what's the decision now? And I think the decision is just to hold on to him. What I really should have done is wildcarding in game week 8. I'd be about 70 or 80 points up in 3 weeks. Mental swing. Absolutely mental swing. I would have had Kane instead of Salah. And I would have probably bought Salah in game week 12. Maybe I would have actually ended up keeping hold of Kane, given how well he's doing. If you don't sell Salah this week, you won't want to sell him for the next 4 weeks. Yeah, I'm probably not going to sell him for the next 4 weeks, to be honest. I don't know. I mean, I guess if I want a quick way to get Foden and Saka in, then maybe I could do it. But look, if I keep him for this week, which I probably will, because I've got other things to deal with, he's got a game in game week 12, so there'll be no reason to transfer him out then. Then it's Forest, then it's Leeds, so I'll probably end up keeping him. Salah to outscore Haaland this week. Maybe, but I'm captain in Haaland. I'm not even thinking about it anymore. I'm so annoyed with Haaland though. So I've captained him now 3 times. He got 5 points against Bournemouth, 6 points against Wolves, and 6 points against Southampton. That's it. 3 times. And I've captained him 3 times, and I still don't have as many points from him as a captain as anyone that captained him for any of the hat tricks. So I've had 12. Oh no, I do. I guess I have actually because obviously you get extra appearance points over matches. So I've had 17 points from Haaland as captain. People have had that in 1 game. No plans for Bowen, no. I think Bowen's a great option if you've got him already. I don't know if I'd be bringing him in. I mean, it's a tricky one because one of the reasons I don't want to bring him in is because he's got Liverpool away in game week 12. Maybe that just doesn't matter. Southampton away, Liverpool away, Bournemouth at home, Man United away. He's probably okay still to bring in, but I don't think I'll be doing it this week. James really annoying. Like that was like guaranteed returns against Wolves. Yeah, Salah to Son possibly, but again, like if Trent's injured, he's going to be the one I'm getting rid of. If I'm on 530 points with 1 less game week, am I doing good? Yes. Yes. What to do with Sterling? Probably keep. I don't think Sterling's going to get benched that often. I bought Sky Sports yesterday. So excited I brought Trossard in for Martinelli for a hit to enhance my enjoyment of the Saturday evening match. Why would you do that? Why would you do that? I think it's a knee injury for Diaz, possibly. Klopp just said it didn't look good for him or for Trent, so we'll have to wait and see. We got Champions League games. I would just wait on Trent if you can. Will you start Andreas for Bournemouth? No, probably not. But I'll probably have him. I will probably have him first bench. Probably do this. Trent to Trippier is a no-brainer. Lock it, even if Trent isn't injured. Don't necessarily agree with that. I'd probably rather sell Cancelo to Trippier in that case. Yeah, it's not great timing for Trippier at all, but if I've got 2 free transfers and I've got to use one and one of my defenders is injured, I might as well get the guy that I can just hold all the way to game week 16. No, I'm pretty sure Trent is injured. If you watch the game, you see how he got... It was a pretty bad... it's kind of on his lower leg. Like studs. He did play on for like 20 minutes, I think. 15, 20 minutes. Again, if you want to hear about why I'm not selling Salah, just go back to the start of the stream. I don't think there's any point in constantly saying the same thing that no one really cares about anyway. Kane has returned in every game week since game week 2. He's been brilliant. Yeah, he has been brilliant. Yeah, Maddison on 4 yellow cards. That's another reason why I kind of want to roll. The thing is, if Trent's injured and Mitrovic is fine, then I'll probably sell Trent to Trippier and roll, because if Maddison gets a yellow card against Crystal Palace, he'll then miss the game in game week 12 and I'll have to get rid of him. So you'd back Trent over Cancelo. I'd back Trent over Cancelo when Cancelo doesn't have a match yet. Is Son a good hold? Yeah. Good shout on Zuma. So far, no show again. He didn't get a clean sheet though, did he? I wouldn't go for Simicast right now, I don't think. Yeah, Trippier probably is rising. There's not much I can do about it. I've got to wait and see what happens with injuries and stuff. It's annoying. I had him when he was cheaper. I sold him. Wildcard 1 week early, you would have been so much better and overranked. I know. And it's really annoying because last year it was the opposite. I wildcarded 1 week too early and the same thing happened. My rank absolutely tanked for a few weeks. In the end, I clawed it back. So I'm hoping that will happen this year. But, I need some... The problem is carrying Salah's not that bad of an issue, but I need him to start doing something while no one else has got him. I don't think anyone's going to buy him that doesn't have him anyway. Yeah, I know Kane said that he didn't think the knock was an issue, but players have said that before and then doctors disagree, but I'm sure he will be fine. Nah, no Champions League video this week. I probably won't do any more, to be honest. Why wait on Trippier when even if Trent isn't injured, he plays Man City? Because I'd probably just sell Cancelo in the blank for Trippier instead in that case. Anyway, it probably doesn't matter because Trent's probably going to be injured, so... Should we consider Rashford tough games, but he loves scoring in them? Yeah, Rashford's okay. I don't really like 2 of the next 3 fixtures, though. Need to tank price difference in one of the City Arsenal players. Saliba, Cancelo, Martinelli to field 11. Yeah, Cancelo's gone up in price. It's a bit annoying. I guess you sell whichever one. I guess you do whichever one you lose the least money on, right? And you can get a good replacement for. Yeah, by the way, I'm not necessarily saying that overall Game Week 8 wildcard was definitely better than 9, but in my situation where I knew which wildcard I would have gone for in 8, it was definitely worse for me to not do it in 9. Sorry, to not do it in 8. Is one premium... I've answered that question last week about one premium. It could work, but I think it depends on how many... If you've got enough transfers to pivot away from it. Because, like, when I go into Game Week 13, I'll probably be looking to bring in Foden or Saka, but I can just do it for Maddison. So I don't necessarily need to sell Salah to fund it. And they'll have Nottingham Forest as well. I think Nunez might be the one to go for, though. It's difficult because there's obviously a minutes risk there because Jota, Firmino and Nunez can all play. But if Diaz is out, then Jota's going to play on the left. So then it's just Nunez versus Firmino. And if they keep with this formation they've played the last 2, then they should both play. So I think Nunez could be a decent option to look at. Not this week, I guess. Salah seems to be playing right mid instead of right wing now. Yeah, exactly. I'm worried about it. I'm worried about it, honestly. I guess here's a better question than a lot of you are asking. What if Trent and Mitrovic are fine? What do I do then? Do I still prioritise Trent out or do I just get rid of Salah? I just don't know who I'd buy for Salah. Son, maybe? But in the back of my mind, I still think from next week, from 12 onwards, I'd rather have Salah. But then if he keeps playing like he's doing right now... It's not really a risk to get rid of him because not many people own him anyway compared to normal. And everyone's captain in Haaland anyway. Thoughts on Wolves' defence with a nice run of fixtures? I don't know how much I really rate Wolves' defence. They're okay, I guess. Don't think they're really priorities right now. As it stands, I'm still captain. The thing is, if I don't captain Salah, I'm not really sure who I captain. Like, I'm probably not going to own Trossard unless Maddison gets a yellow card, in which case I might go for it. I don't know who else to really look at. Kane against Man United away, Maddison against Leeds at home, Mitrovic against Villa at home. I probably will just captain Salah, but I probably won't be that hopeful about it. Klopp feels stressed sacking. I don't think Klopp's getting sacked. I don't think Klopp's getting sacked anytime soon. Yeah, but again, like I could possibly get on board with Salah to an £8 million midfielder, but realistically, the one I would want is Foden or Saka, and they're blank in Game Week 12. Like Bowen could be an option, but I just don't know if now is the right time to buy him. Thoughts on getting Gallagher? I would get him if he starts every game. But he's not going to start every game, is he? De Bruyne to Trossard. I think you just keep De Bruyne if you got him for this week, don't you? I don't need to take hits. Ronaldo outscores Salah next 6 games. I would say unlikely. I'm not sure. I'm not sure Ronaldo's going to get enough minutes, to be honest. No, if you've not got Cancelo, you definitely don't buy him this week. You just stick it out now for the Liverpool away and then the blank for sure. Considering Salah to Son, then Tony to Nunez. Could be okay, yeah. I mean, it is worth pointing out that Son has not exactly been amazing this year either. But I guess they've got some pretty nice fixtures. Everton, Newcastle, Bournemouth in the next 4. Not that Newcastle's that easy. So yeah, Salah to Son's not necessarily that bad. Nah, Diego Costa, I don't know. I'm still not fully convinced like he's at the level of fitness needed, really. He's cheap though, so I guess it's not much of a risk, but I don't see me going there. Martial is injured, Ronaldo will play now. I mean, Martial's been injured for most of the season and Ronaldo hasn't been playing. Like, it could easily be Rashford number 9, Sancho left and Anthony right. I wouldn't bring Salah in this week, no. If you're genuinely looking at possibly getting Salah, it's got to be game week 12, I think. Eze's a good option, but I don't think he's better than Zaha. It depends how much money you got to spend, I guess. Why Solanke? Solanke's better than Andreas, I think. You reckon Reece James is dusted now? No, not at all. I still think he's great. Same players getting points. It's hard to be creative. Yeah, it's not. I wouldn't really worry about being creative, to be honest. Just get the players that are scoring points, even if everyone else has got them. If you have 5 City Arsenal players plus Mitrovic and Bailey injury concerns, would you try to transfer your way through the blank or just eat the free hit? Yeah, the problem with the free hit is you get the same team back. So I guess if Mitrovic and Bailey are still issues, I mean, I guess you could use the free hit, but I still think it's going to be way more useful in the second half of the season. I think Ten Hag is a manager that if you don't perform and someone else gets a chance, you're out of the team then until they mess up. So I think if Martial could have stayed fit, it would have been Rashford, Martial, Anthony front 3. But I think Sancho probably gets minutes now. I just don't see Ronaldo constantly starting. Just don't see it. What Arsenal players do I need from Game Week 13? I think Martinelli and at least one other attacker. I will probably get Saka. Oh, excuse me. Especially now we know that he's the penalty taker. Thinking about Salah and Bailey out for Saka and Foden, but worried about 12. Well, I mean, yes, welcome to my world. Welcome to my world. The deadline is on Friday, yeah. If you had to get one Liverpool forward to transfer in now for Game Week 11, rank their potential, Darwin, Jota, Firmino. Probably in that order, to be honest. I don't know. In some ways, I wonder if Jota is now slightly ahead of Nunez just because he can play on the left. I guess Darwin can play there as well, but I think Jota's more likely. So if Diaz is out for a bit, Jota's minutes gets much better. I think just about Darwin, though. He gets in a lot of good positions. And he's a Ronaldo hater. He will never bring him in. It's a biased opinion. No, it's an opinion based on what I see. And that is... like, are we really questioning Ronaldo as an option? The guy just doesn't play. Just go and look at his minutes for Man United this season. Also, he's just not very good anymore. That's the reason he's not playing. I'm not going to do Salah to Son. I'm not going to do it. Foden's great. Like I've said for quite a while now that Foden's pretty much nailed. Like he is just nailed in that Man City team pretty much. Like Pep even said that even when he's not playing well, he's got to play him. CR7 hat-trick next game week, possibly. Plan for game week 12. I'm actually not 100% sure. I might just do Trent to Trippier this week and then just... if I do Trent to Trippier then I've got no other issues next week, I don't really know what I would do. Maybe just upgrade one of my bench defenders to like a Brighton defender or something boring like that. I don't know. I could. Yeah, I'm not sure. Not sure. I hope Ronaldo destroys England in the World Cup. Cool. I hope you get your wish. I hope it makes you feel better. I got top 1 million this week. Very nice. Should I replace Cancelo or prioritise getting Patterson out? Which are the best cheap? The thing is, it depends how much money you've got, because Patterson's so cheap, there's just not many other options around that price now. Like, Webster's where I'm kind of looking. Would you play Trippier or Gay this week if you transfer him in? Probably Trippier, to be honest. I think Newcastle could cause Man United some problems. The week's not finished yet. What does review say you do? No idea. I do agree that Rashford's not great as a number 9. I'm still not sure that Ten Hag fully trusts Ronaldo, though. But you could be right. Nah, I'm not going to get rid of Solanke just yet. I'm probably going to give Solanke up until game week 12, and then I might reassess. Tony to Kane and De Bruyne to Bowen. Thoughts? Yeah, not bad. But yeah, not bad, I would say. Not bad, that. Well, I'm sticking to your guns with Solanke. You got some stick for it. Definitely paying out. Any other viable forward options in the same price range? I don't think so, really. Like, Dak has scored, but he's not necessarily going to score the next. Not score the next game. He's not necessarily going to start the next game. That's the big problem. The other option is Edouard at Crystal Palace. Excuse me. I thought his minutes were a bit risky, but the last 2 he's played 83 and 85, and he scored in both games as well. And they got Leicester away, Wolves. Well, you know the fixtures are good, right? Because we've been talking about Zaha so much. So you could risk Edouard for even less money than Mitrovic. Than Solanke, sorry. Yes, Skamaka's not a bad option either. I agree. But he's more expensive. We're talking about 5.7. Thoughts on Anthony? I made the Luis Diaz to Anthony transfer last minute and it worked out. Yeah, he's decent. I still think when they're all on the pitch, Rashford is better and Martial. Is Luis Diaz hurt? Yeah, we'll have to wait and see what happens later on this week. I mean, they got Champions League, so Klopp will get questioned about it again then. Salah price is probably going to drop another 0.2. Nah, at most it will drop 0.1. I will sell Trent if he's injured, yeah. Probably for Trippier in my case. If you've got Cancelo, James, and Trippier already, it's a bit trickier. Martial must be allergic to grass. Maybe. Thoughts on Arsenal? Oh god, excuse me. Excuse me. Triple up, yeah, could work. Saka, Jesus, Martinelli, all really good options. If you got enough transfers for it. If you had Kane, would you captain Kane or Haaland this week? Oh, do you know what? I'd like to think that Kane is the better option, and maybe he is slightly, but I don't know if I would risk not going for Haaland. Like that is a tricky one. Like a few weeks ago, I was thinking, oh yeah, Kane for Game Week 11. I even spoke about it, didn't I? When I was talking about Game Week 8 wildcard, that you could possibly captain Kane this week. But would I actually go through with that now? I'm not so sure. I'm not so sure. Like, it's definitely a better fixture, but like the way Liverpool are playing right now, like Arsenal have just put 3 goals past them. And look, Arsenal are great, right? They play really, really well this season. And the way that all the teams have played, they probably are the second best team in the league right now, even though they're first, I get it. But I think Man City are just still a step ahead of them. So what could they do against Liverpool? So I just don't know if I'd want to back against Haaland. That is my main worry. So I'd probably just go Haaland. He's just ridiculous. You got to use the first wildcard by Game Week 16. Yeah, this is what Klopp said from Keith. Luis Diaz, we had to change something with the knee, not good. He will have a scan. Trent is bad with his twisted ankle. Trent never in 7 years went off in that much pain, swelling immediately. Not good. Not good. I mean, I guess it gives me an excuse to get rid of him, which is kind of nice, to be honest. Although I would have kind of liked him as a bit of a differential from game week 12 onwards, but it is what it is. Haaland's broke the game, not enjoying FPL because of him. Yeah, kind of. I guess, I mean, there's a lot of people that always call for no captaincy. You've kind of got it now, right? There is no real captaincy. But it is nice when you get a massive captaincy or no one else is thinking about. But it's just crazy to go against Haaland right now. Is Trent Trippier the only option in terms of replacement? How about Perisic or Chilwell? I just think Trippier is like just definitely not a minute's risk whatsoever. The other two kind of are a little bit, especially Chilwell. Perisic, I still think will start the majority of games, but obviously this weekend has put a little bit of doubt in my mind now. Yeah, exactly. That's what people forget. Like Salah was permanent captain for a long time last year as well. It's no different this year. Always happens. Right, I'm going to call it there. I know it's a little bit earlier than normal, but we started a little bit later, so I'm going to call it there. Thank you very much for watching. Give it a like if you enjoyed it. Hit that subscribe button if you are new around here. I'll be back tomorrow with videos. Obviously, we've got the Friday deadline as well. So yeah, we'll have watch lists. Or we'll have all the usual stuff this week. So yes, thank you for watching, and I will catch you again soon.